Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, class.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm very good, ma'am.
Oh, nice to see you today.
Okay.
So, our today's material is about narrative text. Anyone from you know about narrative text? Oh, you're okay. You can start first, then Fabi can explain about what you know.
Okay. From my point of view, narrative text is an entertainment text.
Yes, right. Fabi?
Fairy tale. Those are the example of narrative text.
Yes, both of you correct. So narrative text is an imaginary or factual story that the purposes of the narrative text is for entertaining person or entertaining purposes. What about the characteristic? Maybe Nada can explain to us.
I have no idea, ma'am. But I think in fairy tale or fable, usually using past tense.
Using past tense? Yes, that's correct. What about the characteristic? Again, maybe?
From my analysis, I've heard of time
Yes.
conjunction, specific character, action verbs, and direct speech is included in narrative text.
Yes, totally correct. So that's the description of narrative text, and also what you explained is about the linguistic feature in narrative text. So what I want to ask one more time to you is about the generic structure in narrative text. I want to try. Yes, Nada, please.
I think there are orientation, complication, and resolution.
Yes, that's complete, Nada. Thank you for your answer. Now, all of you already know about the definition, linguistic features, and also about the generic structure of narrative text. So now, I want you to look at your book. On the page 45, you need to read the frogs. That's the fable story. So you need to read that. I'll give you like 15 minutes. I think that's enough.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So in this class, you need to read that. After that, I want one of you to present, to read the story, and also you need to identify which one is the linguistic features in that story. Okay?
Okay,
That's
ma'am.
your team. Alright, time is up, guys. I think all of you have done read the story, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So, anyone from you want to be the volunteer to identify the text?
I think you know.
Yes, Nurul, please come and write to the board for the linguistic features, please. Thank you.
Should I read it?
Yes, you should.
The groups of frogs. As a group of frogs was traveling through the woods, two of them fell into a deep pit. When the other frogs crowded around the pit and saw how deep it was, they told the two frogs that there was no hope left for them. However, the two frogs decided to ignore what the others were saying, and they proceeded to try and jump out of the pit. Despite their efforts, the group of frogs at the top of the pit were still saying that they should just give up, that they would never make it out. Eventually, one of the frogs took heed to what the others were saying and he gave up, falling down to his death. The other frog continued to jump as hard as he could. Again, the crowd of frogs yelled at him to stop the pain and just die. He jumped even harder and finally made it out. When he got out, the other frog said, "Did you not hear us?" The frog explained to them that he was dead. He thought they were encouraging him the entire time.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I will write about the analysis.
For linguistic features? Yes, right.
analyzes linguistic features, from simple passwords, direct speech, adverb of time, time conjunction, and action verb.
Alright, good. Nurul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nurul. Give applause to Nurul.
Good Nurul.
Thank you.
All we have the same answer with Nurul?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's good. That's mean you have a good analysis right now. So I think all of you have done the first stage. Now I want you to continue to the next stage. Now I want you to have pairs. Maybe Feby, you will have to be partners of Unit K. Nurul with Nanda. So you are the group 1 and you are the group 2. So now you need to analyze this, the whole story that I'll give you in our groups. And after you read the story, you need to share to others group what is the moral story of the story you got. But now it's not only about the moral story. I want you to identify the structure and also the linguistic features. And absolutely it's about the moral, but you only need to share the moral story in front of the class, while for the structure and the linguistic features, you only need to collect to me after the class, okay?
Okay.
So I'll give you time like 35 minutes. That's enough?
Enough.
I think that's enough, ma'am.
Okay, alright. So you can start now, guys. Oh, I forget to tell you which the story you need to read. For group 1, you need to read the story in the 10th page. While for the group 2, you need to read the story on the 12th page.
Okay, ma'am.
Good luck for you, John.
Okay.
Alright, time is up, guys. I think all of you have done your work. Now I want the group 2 to present their work in front of the class. Please, group 2, come to the class. Come to the front. So be shy, man.
Okay, we will present our discussion. The text is about flock of dogs. Once upon a time, there was a flock of dogs that flew in search of food, led by their king. They had flown a long distance and were very tired. The smallest dog picked up speed and found some rice scattered beneath a banyan tree. So all the dogs landed and began to eat. Suddenly, a net fell over them and they were all trapped. They saw a hunter approaching carrying. The dogs desperately flew their wings, trying to get out, but to no avail. The king had an idea. He advised all the dogs to fly up together, carrying the net with them. Each dog picked up a portion of the net, and together they flew off carrying the net with them. The hunter looked up in astonishment.
Okay, I will continue. He tried to follow them, but they were flying high over hills and valleys. They flew to a hill near a city of temples where there lived a mouse who could help them. He was a faithful friend of the dove king. The mouse agreed, saying that he would set the king free first. The king insisted that he first free his subjects and the king mouse. The mouse understood the king's feelings and complied with his wishes. He began to cut the net, and one by one all the doves were freed, including the dove king. The moral of this story is when you work together, you'll be stronger.
That's all? Okay, give applause to group 2. Thank you for your good presentation.
Good job.
Again, group 1, you can continue to present your work
Okay,
in front of the
ma'am.
class.
Okay, we're going to read the text with the title The Little Mouse. Once upon a time, there was a baby mouse and mother mouse. They lived in a hole in a big warm house with lots of cheese to eat. Then, one day, Mother Mouse decided to take Baby Mouse outside of their house. Waiting outside for them was a huge ginger tomcat, licking its lips and waiting to eat them both up. Mother, mother, what should we do? Cried Baby Mouse, clinging to his mother's tail. And it will be continued by him.
Mother Mouse, of course, stared up into the greedy eyes of the hungry cat, but she wasn't scared because she knew exactly what the deal with the big, scary cat he smiling happily, and then my child, it's why it's always best to have a second language.
Okay, the moral story of this little mouse is it's good to have second language. Is that
Yes, thank you for group 1. Group 2.
Good presentation, all of you guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Alright guys, we are meeting the end of our lesson for today. But I want one of you who want to conclude our lesson today. Who want to be volunteer? Yes, Eureka?
Okay, narrative text is an imaginary text which has a purpose to entertain the reader.
Yes.
And there are linguistic features in this narrative text. The first one is simple past tense.
Yes.
Simple past tense, and using direct speech, and also using adverb of time, and time conjunction, and also action verb. And there are also the general structure of this narrative text. There are orientation, complication, and also resolution.
Yes, that's correct, Eureka. Thank you for your conclusion today. So now I want to give you a little task for next meeting. That's not a big task, I think.
Another task.
Yes, not a task, but this will really entertain you. So now you are prepared, right?
Okay.
So for the next meeting, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, all of you in one group. So
Yes.
you need to find narrative text which is longer than what you read today, and for the duration is about maybe 5 to 7 minutes. So you can manage it on your own. And then after that, after you present your storytelling to the class, we will continue our